So here we have a real life example of where we might use some equivalent ratios. So it's time for Julio to fertilize his tomato garden in his backyard. So the container states that for every 4 tomato plants he wants to have, he needs to use 2 cups of liquid plant food. So that's a ratio of 4 to 2. But he doesn't just have 4 tomato plants. He has 16 tomato plants. So how many cups of liquid plant food does he need to feed all of his plants? So let's make an equivalent ratio, 16 to something else. So if we want to find out what this equivalent ratio is, then all we need to do is think about what would it take to go from 4 to 16? Like 4 times what is 16? So we're thinking 4 times 4. So then we need to do that same calculation over here. Since 4 times 4 is 16, we need this to have the same ratio. So this is going to be 2 times 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So that's how much plant food he needs for his plants. So you can see that like 4 compared to 2 is the same ratio as 16 compared to 8. 2 is half of 4, 8 is half of 16. So let's do some practice here. So what we're going to do here is take this ratio or this fraction, 6/12. So we need to find a common factor to multiply them by. So let's see. So if we have 6/12, I could pick really any number to multiply this by. I'm going to go ahead and multiply it by 3. So 6 times 3 is 18, and I'm going to use that same number. This is what makes it equivalent, is that we multiply it by the same number across. The reason why is because 3/3, or any number that's the same on the top or the bottom, is equal to 1. And you know that anytime you multiply something by 1, it gives you the same answer. So what this is doing is we're just scaling up. So 6 times 3 is 18. 12 times 3 is 36. So you can see here that 18 is half of 36, just like 6 is half of 12. We multiplied it by 3 over 3, and that gives us 18/36. So, okay, so now we can actually do the same thing, but dividing. So here we have 6/12. Let's divide both of them by, we could actually divide both of them by 6. If we divide 6 by 6, then that's going to give us 1. Because you can think about with a number family, right? The opposite direction. 1 times 6 is 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. And same thing here. 12 divided by 6 is equal to 2, because 2 times 6 is equal to 12, right? So 6/12 is really equal to 1/2. And that makes sense because 6 is half of 12, 18 is half of 36. We're seeing that that ratio is staying the same between all of these numbers. Let's try a couple more. So here we've got 4 to 16. So let's scale up from there. Let's do 4 times 2. Gonna show up like this? That's almost invisible. Okay, so 4 times 2 is 8. We're going to use the same number. 16 times 2 is 32. And if you look at this, you can see that like 4 times 4 is 16, just like 8 times 4 is 32. I'm going to mark that down here. So that's what's making it equivalent, is that it's getting multiplied by the same number. Okay, so then we can go the opposite direction. If we're starting with 4/16, we can divide that by, we could also divide it by 2 if we wanted to. But let's divide it by 4, because I see that both 4 and 16 are divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And again, thinking about those number families, right? 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, so that's that one. Let's try 10 to 8. All right, so here's another one. So here we'll do 10 times 2. and 8 times 2. So 10 times 2 is 20. 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, so we've got sunflowers compared to bees. 2 sunflowers to 12 bees. So what is the factor here? 2 times what equals 12? 2 times 6 equals 12. So that means that we can actually make this is equivalent to 1 to 6, right? Because like 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12. So what about if we have 18? So we need to divide. We're going the opposite direction. 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3, because like 3 times 6 is equal to 18. And then we can go the other direction. 4 times 6 is equal to 24. Yep. And let's see. So let's think of another one. So what if we had 8 sunflowers and then we multiply that by 6 bees per sunflower? That would give us 48 bees for 8 sunflowers. Okay, try another one. So I'm going to give it a different color. All right, so if we have 5 squirrels and a mystery number of nuts. Well, here I see if we have 10 squirrels, then we're going to have 100 nuts. So what is the ratio here? 10 times 10 is 100. Well, now that we know that, this is easy now, because now we know that 5 times 10 is 50. 50, there we go. We know that, let's see, 200 divided by 10, we can go the other direction. Divided by 10 is 20. 10s are nice because remember, you can kind of just like move the decimal point, right? So if this is 200 and we want to divide it by 10, we just move the decimal point one place that way to 20. Okay, so let's think of another one. What if we had 15 times 10? That'd be 150. So there's our equivalent ratios. And it all boils down here to 1 times 10 equals 10. 1 times 10 equals 10. So let's look at this example here. So here we have these 3 trees, and for every certain number of flowers, they produce a certain number of almonds. So you could boil it down at some point to 1 flower gives you a certain number of almonds, and that's what we want to figure out here. So let's see. So if this one has 5 flowers and it makes 15 almonds, so if it had 10 flowers, we can think 5 times what is equal to 15? 5 times 3. Okay, so then 10 times 3 is going to be 30. 2 times 3 is going to be 6. So this one has a 1 to 3 ratio. Yep, for every flower, it's going to have 3 almonds. How about this next one? Let's see. So here we have 6 flowers and 10 almonds. Okay, so what if we have 18 flowers? Then how many almonds are we going to have? Maybe we can boil this down smaller. So if we have 3 flowers, how many almonds are we going to have? So this one we can solve a little bit differently. I see that 3 is half of 6. So then this ratio is going to be half of 10. So 5 is half of 10. So that's going to be a 3 to 5 ratio. And then let's see. So then 18. Okay. So if 6 to 10, this is like 6 times 3 is 18. So then we're going to do 10 times 3, and that's going to give us 30. So the ratio here is 3 to 5. 3 flowers gives you 5 almonds. Okay, last one here. This one has 4 flowers to 14 almonds. Okay, so we can scale up from there. I'm going to make my crayon a little bit smaller here. So I see we can go from 4 to 16 by going times 4. My pen's popping out. 4 times 4 is 16. So then this ratio is going to be the same. We'd have to do 14 times 4 to get to 16, or to get to the number. Let's do that real quick over here. 14 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so 56 for this one. And then, that's looking kind of crazy. Let me get rid of some of these numbers just to make it easier to see. So that's 56. So we did times 4 and times 4. And then here, so if it was, if we want to go from 4 to 8, so then we can do 4 times 2 is 8. So then 14 times 2 is going to be 28. Okay, so that's how we do this. We can use multiplication, always using those same numbers to find our ratios. So this one, we can actually boil down farther. So that would be 2 to 7. 2 to 7. All right, that's what I got for you today. Thanks for being here. Bye.